Morning. I'm not feeling very chatty today. I don't know why. I don't really like this pattern. It feels like it should be like a match instead. Like a map? Except that we have this return. The thing about this I still don't like. Let's see. Yeah, I want to do this a different way. that. So in the case, only in the case of an error, do we want to possibly return. I don't know that this feels any better. It's not an if-let sum. This is basically we want to do some unwrapping of this. No, no, not like this. Not like this. Let's do a old path dot transpose. If it's in the error, do this. Oh, interesting. We still need the file ID. I think I like the old way better. Just a little undoing. More errors. Okay. It's nice that WAL files, the implementation is getting smaller. So what's going on here? If there was not a pre-existing path, index and check again. Okay, those are fine. Check if we know about salt 1, then validate both salts. What is the intent here? Looking to get the path, possible path. So this is getting salt to path, path to file ID. This is given a salt, give us a file ID. And what do we do with this? Possible path. So path, if we have a path, create the new wall log and save it. Okay. Let's implement a self dot lookup dot path. Look at that path to file ID. No, we want a salt to file the. It won't let me create that. Boo. Salt file ID. Why was I thinking path? Well, possible path. And a tuple of those things. Hmm. Mio, how are you? Oh, let's see. Good morning. How are you, Kilmero? Clear, Neo. Where does this ID come from? Is it passed in? It is passed in. Hmm. Replications are going all right. We're in the process of adding some tests to a section of code that doesn't have very many. So I tend to kind of explore in some coding and then come back and fill in the blanks because I don't often know exactly how to build it when I start out. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And in this case, we're backfilling some tests. So a bit of refactoring. We're actually in the process of extracting this lookup type from um, this other type down here, the wall files. And in this case, wall files was looking at the path, getting a possible path, and if that exists, getting the ID of that path, and if the ID matches, if this possible ID, the value returned matches what was passed in, then we use the path. See, if it wasn't for this index files here, we might be able to move this whole section up in, which might be the better solution. I can move that out. If I move that out, then the other type needs to know about this clone, the DB clone. It needs to be able to signal whether or not we are to return or continue in the loop. That seems doable, though. As I club the mic with my mug. Uh, hot tea. Okay. Let's move that up. Let's see if path dot is none. Let's just move this. Okay. Now, in this case, we are hoping to end up with some path. So ideally, this logic here is actually an extension of this. So if we've reached this path, this line 266, then we would like to do this logic here. So here, let's just move this up a bit. Copy, paste. What do we do with this? But this isn't always the case because path could have been something here. Oh, no, it is a second chunk of code here. What editor did I use prior to Helix? Immediately prior to Helix, I was using NeoVim. And before that, Vim, and then let's say Emacs with Evil Mode or Viper. I dabbled in the other side for I don't know, a couple months. Before that, Vim. Um, that's a great question. Why did I switch from NeoVim to Helix? What attracted me? Um, my configuration. So this is my configuration. I don't want to spend hours per year configuring an editor. Screw that. I have better things to do. I want one that just fits me, and Helix fits me. So, okay. I think these are just two different calls, unfortunately, which does mean that we have to return both the file ID and path. I know that exists. It's right here. ID path. So it be a path. See here, it's a path buff. Oh, yes, this should be mapped off of that. And this file ID. Okay, we don't need the cloned. Do a map, map ID, and we will return ID, comma, that's not spath. 1, 2. Is that enough parentheses? No. There we go. Okay. And now that we have the path, what are we doing? We are adding a wall log for what? For an ID. Did we have a function for that already? Hit log, register wall log, remove wall log. We just need an add wall log. Okay. Self dot lookup dot insert wall log ID wall log, and this should return a mutable reference to that wall log. Listing I want to do it. I just wanted to auto create that function for me. Oh well. Insert wall log. We get an ID and a wall log. Let's add that up with the other wall log and mutation bits. We just inserted it. We know it's there. Does insert returns the previous one? Okay. I think there's another way to do this without the unwrap. Let's come back to that. Search wall log. Oh, wait, were we? Hold on. Okay, we were not returning the previous version. Okay. So why are we returning? Okay, is some. It's fine. Yeah, okay. Self.lookup was mutably borrowed in the previous iteration of the loop. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's start at the top. Cannot borrow self.lookup as mutable more than once at a time. I to get a mutable reference to it. Here. Then it's mutably borrowed once. Mutable borrow occurs here. Right, and that's doable. I think we can get rid of that one. Where's this called from? Wall log for mutation. We find the wall log. That's all we're trying to do. Get the wall log. Challenge here is that we have 2 attempts to do this. And if we comment this out just for funsies, we still have borrow issues. what are some patterns for dealing with this? Let's get rid of our lifetime here. It's a hash map that we're turning a reference into. Entry in a hash map. It's kind of like we want to do like a, if it has this, then get a reference to it. And, and this definitely needs to be mutatable. Yes. Get path extension. Insert. Yes. Give it a check. Sometimes the error messages are actually very helpful. Rust error messages are awesome. It's pointing exactly where these things are having issues, but doesn't have any tips for us today. So what's happening? First, we come through, we see, hey, borrow this thing. If we can, we return. If we can't, we're done. This isn't, it's not just this, is it? But doesn't the lifetime of the borrow stop at the end of this? Is keeping that alive? Is it the fact that we're returning something? Sometimes I wish you could see what it thinks the lifetime is of something, of a borrow, right? A reference, a mutable reference, and exclusive reference. Because I get that we are, making a mutable reference and returning a mutable reference to something. One of the other options is to make wall log have interior mutability. So we just get one. And but if we don't have to, it'd be nice not to. Okay. I love that like this was working before, and because we extracted this other type, it combined the borrows, right? So like this here, right? Get log immutably. Before, it would just borrow this for just a moment, and it'd be happy. And because now we're actually locking on self instead of um, the logs object. It's much larger. So we're on lookup, which has multiple things in it. Could make it so that we could have multiple references to this. That wouldn't help though, because we only want one exclusive reference. Could make it hard. Clone the arc and then do the mutable bits on the arc. That feels dirty, real dirty. Or RC. Right? What does the Oracle say about this? Mm. Shipmaster everywhere. Mm. It's the entry API, non-lexical lifetimes. See, I thought NLL would fix this for us. Oh, here we go. See also, double mutable borrow. Error in a loop happens even with NLL on. Let's check that out. Perfect. LL does not fix it. Right there with you, Vladimir. Okay. Is location insensitive? Oh, okay. So Shepmaster asked Nico about this code. Make it hold everywhere, which is why you get the compilation failure. Oh, did not make it into the initial release of Rust 2018. Does this mean it'll be like the solution is to just set 2014 as a Rust version? You can sometimes work around this by inlining the function, which is what we had before. I actually don't want that. Let's see. That was 2024 edition. Solver 3. Okay. Oh, there's a migration section. Okay. Solver 3. Let's see, what does curl check do? I thought I saw an error. Wow. There was a lot in this back buffer. Wow. And it's complaining about the generated code. 698 warnings a minute. Okay, yeah. Hmm. While that's cooking, come back. Hopefully this helps. What was that giant set of errors we had up above here? Dereferencing a route pointer. Unsafe and requires an unsafe block. Sure. Wasn't this the case before? It's an unsafe function. Oh, but its body is safe by default. How interesting. Fancy. Okay. So in our VFS build, we are using bindgen. Let's see if bindgen has been updated. Bindgen repository. For other cases, bindgens wrap unsafe ops options should do the work. Okay. Bindgen CLI. Let's see. There we go. Oh, that's right. And the environment variable stuff is now unsafe. Lovely. Okay. Now, what is our Helix doing? Yeah, we're just using Rust Analyzer. That should pick up the change. But let's make sure. I want to make sure it's using the same language version. Okay. Should be blocking. Great. Do the previous 5 errors and 3 warnings. Oh, but it's still the same set. Okay, and that. Fine, let's fix that. Let's Hey, Northland too. How are you? My config is actually pretty simple. I'm using Helix, basically default for languages, and nothing special there. And for my config, I have my theme set to Challenger Deep, some auto pair stuff. I don't really like auto pairs. I have soft wrapping enabled. Cheers. And this is just a recent version of Helix. Not too recent though. Sorry, I had a piece of wood in my shoe. All right. Oh, interesting. That's a bit more than four that were reported here. Oh, 18 previous errors. Wait a second. I thought this got fixed. Wrap unsafe operations. It's right there. Remove. EFS. Where's. No, was it? Oh, there it is. I go check. That should be VFS. No. Also, I wonder, do I have to do addition? Can I do that in a workspace? Uh, Virtual workspace. Okay. Let's get wrapped with an unsafe book. There is no unsafe block. Okay. However, that is a warning. Well, it's annoying. I can figure that out later. 18 errors, though. Toml. Workspace.package. I think in each one of these edition, I usually set workspace to true so I can just change them all at the same time. Examples is 2021. Okay. see static functions. Do they have other unsafe things? What did I search for before? It was something like this. I wonder why this isn't working for us. Did I put it at the wrong spot? And that's the spot. There's nothing else. Maybe. Oh, hold on. We also have some generated code here. That's right. Here. Okay. So it's that and the code generation down below. Got it. Well, I have to run. It's Thursday. You'll have a great day. Gotta raid and run someone. Oh, Nightshade dude. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.